Hey guys, welcome back to The Poor Investor. Today's video is brought to you by Nordpass. All right guys, so I want to start off with today's new ultimate news. A whole bunch of things that I wanted to talk about, focus on NFTs, Chia, and how it all relates to crypto in general and how it's going to affect anyone who's mining right now, who's going to be buying into crypto, investing into crypto. So many factors to consider. May or may not even make sense to a lot of individuals unless you have the extra funding to put aside. Hopefully you could gain back some of that. Ultimately, you just may lose most of it if you're willing to put in this money into crypto. Right now, Chia is down 31.81 and it just may come down even lower. We're potentially starting to see almost hitting into the 20s possibly because we are heading so low into the price of XCHs now. Crypto bubble right now, XCH is negative 4.7% and the ranking has been increasing to 215. Right now, with Chia, just in general, with the net space, is dropping to 23.8 EIBs. All-time high was over 30. Either people are shutting down their farms for the summertime because of the heat or the energy and the efficiency of it not being practical anymore. So I could understand even for my 8 GPU mining rig, I'm set on a schedule right now because I'm mining only off-peak hours where the electricity rate is a lot lower in comparison to when it is peak. They're charging almost at 4 to 5 times more during peak times opposed to off-peak hours. So between that time span of midnight to 8 a.m., it's off-peak hours and the rates are a lot lower. So that's how I'm mining with my GPUs right now. And it doesn't even make sense for me to get rid of anything because the prices are so competitive right now. People are just liquidating some of the video cards and hard drives, whatever it is. The market isn't doing too well all across the board. Right now, we're just in some difficult times. There is a particular tweet I want to talk about, which is this one we're looking at. It's not from any of the Chia networking team individuals such as Bram or Gene, but I think it needs some type of attention to it because we should be aware of what's going on, what's happening right now. Now, can this be proven? I'm not too sure. Let me just quickly go over this and plus add on top of it to prove that this space is pretty dangerous right now and you're gonna get a lot of scammers out there and people who are trying to just in it for the money. Obviously, what it says here is, hello Chia developers, there may be have scam NFT in our ecosphere. It's named WH and put on sale Dexy Space Dex. In tail database, it describes as Whisker NFT project, but I couldn't find them mentioned online Chia NFT in Twitter and Discord. Fortunately, contact with Dexy Space staff, they took it down, minimize user losses. I suggest Dexy maybe could audit Go Online Cat Prevention Scam Project, attach tail-based URL. This has been reported potential scam, be extra vigilant. I'm not sure how many XCHs they were asking for or if there was an indication of that. All right, so that's one perspective. Couldn't prove it. People are detecting these things and we being very cautious, right, out there in the world of these NFT space or just in crypto in general. And now why do I bring this up? Well, because there's more. It's not just happening in the Chia space, but just check this article out and I'll explain a little bit more. UX charges ex OpenSea exec with NFT insider trading. You know, obviously there's a lot of corruption and there's a lot of fraud and spam and scams even without crypto involved. Crypto doesn't make it any better with its own list of fraudulent activities. So this executive had insider scoop on what was being displayed on the homepage of OpenSea before it was actually public. And because of that, they knew anything that was on the homepage was going to get attention first and going to get a lot of momentum in, you know, buying and purchasing and trading the value of it. If you went to OpenSea and you started seeing projects firsthand on the homepage of it, you kind of knew that it was going to get some traction and people were going to look into it. This individual just started buying it and buying and reselling it because he knew what was going on. These are the things that we have to deal with now. How is that going to be different if this was applied to any other platform or even Chia? They're going to know what they're going to put on the homepage stage. So let's just start trading it right as soon as it launches so the public sees it, and then they'll be like, oh my goodness, it's going up. They're gonna buy into it. There's just gonna be a lot of bag holders left after that. So that's what the current bad side of NFT, but there actually is a good thing with an NFT right now. Really shocked that this was even happening. This particular article is 26.5 million New York City building listed on OpenSea, and someone had actually bought it. Even though they actually bought it, they were just buying the rights to own it. Now the downside to this, it actually lists this here, price of ETH was dropping so much that the transaction had to actually happen pretty quickly in order for it to not lose any more. So right here, actually OpenSea asking price 15,000 ETH was worth about 29.5. By Friday afternoon, that had dropped to about 26.3. Can you imagine if you listed your building on OpenSea and you listed it for 15,000 ETH, it was worth this much. You're thinking you're gonna get this much, but then by the end of the week, you're getting only this much, right? Plus fees and this and that. Because even though someone bought the rights to own this building, they would still have to go through the traditional route of closing the property and doing all the paperwork, not completely finalized. I thought that was just a interesting new approach with NFTs and what it can possibly do. Now you're validating the buyer. There's still so many logistics in between that, like between the seller and the buyer, that even though you listed it on OpenSea, I don't know what's in between the buyer and the seller that can legally bound that transaction to continue to happen, right? Because I don't know if an NFT sign off is considered legitimate paperwork or something that's been notarized like a contract. Really difficult to determine that right now, but of course this article will be linked in the description below, and if you know any more about that, just comment below and let me know what you think of that. Our next article is US sues cryptocurrency exchange run by Winklevoss twins. They've been giving a misleading answer in 2017 about a Bitcoin project, and here I just want to go over this one little paragraph right here. Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, twin Harvard classmates of Mark Zuckerberg, who sued him over claims he stole the idea for Facebook from them, started and run New York-based Gemini. The brothers told Gemini employees on Thursday that about 10% of them were being laid off as staff is trimmed to endure a crypto winter, likely to persist for a while, according to a copy of the email posted online by the company. There's articles like this, you know, it makes it difficult. It's just putting a bad press on top of more bad press. I don't blame politicians or people who are sitting on the other side of the fence against crypto using this as ammunition to say, what's the point when you guys have so many issues of your own? And that's pretty sad on its own merit. Last but not least, New York has passed a bill placing a moratorium on cryptocurrency mining as state lawmakers seek to address environmental concerns. Now, when people think of New York, they think of Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, what happened in 9/11. But if we look here, New York, literally right at the border of Niagara Falls, there's upstate New York, there's Syracuse, Ithaca, Albany, Binghamton. These are like straight up open land. Today's sponsor is Nordpass. Do you have a hard time remembering all your passwords, notes, credit cards? Then you need Nordpass to help you securely store it all on your Mac, PC, or mobile, but only having to know your master password. Nordpass can store all your password in one place, logs in faster, generate secure passwords, shop and browse faster, save your time, data breach scanner, which I love the best because it actually scans online to make sure your credit card information isn't leaked, password health, and Nordpass is a zero-knowledge password manager, which means no one else but you can see what's in your encrypted vault. Not even the Nordpass team can see that. Make sure to use the link in the description below for an exclusive Nordpass deal. 2 years plus 1 month free premium plan. They also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. What do you have to lose? Just give it a try. Nordpass has been one of the best password manager available today. Nordpass, created by NordVPN. What's there to lose? Give it a try for 30 days, and if you don't like it, you get your money back. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. You see all these greenery, it's not the density of like New York City right here. This is New York City right here. This is New York. And then New York, it just expands into a entirety, hitting all the way up towards Canada. There are a lot of mining facilities up here. Real estate is surprisingly cheaper or lots cheaper than down here when you start heading down south from New York, which is like right here towards the little island area. Even though the New York City population is huge, you can only imagine this is only a fraction of what this entire New York is. Putting a temporary ban, any type of proof of work, because of the amount of energy consumption. They want to minimize the climate issues. It's kind of depressing to see that these things are going backwards in technology, because New York was supposed to be like the staple and icon of all these businesses. For its restriction to happen, it's just going to be brought over to different states. Now, I don't totally agree with all the Bitcoin mining. I don't understand how they can put a restriction on any type of business if it's legitimate and say you just can't do it anymore, especially in New York. Now, it's very contradicting because, recently, the use of cannabis in New York has, in the more recent years, has been approved. Prior to that, people were growing it, selling it, smoking it, and New York had huge problems with it. And what did they do? Instead of beating it, they joined it by allowing it, because now they're trying to tax on it, in all types of sales and businesses, whatever that accommodates that. Of course, it's still illegal to do it without the government overseeing it. Very difficult to see a lot of these restrictions happen based on the government's saying, because it's not eco-friendly, it's not this, it's not that. Because New York is putting restriction on Bitcoin mining, I just wanted to point out this one paragraph right here. Senators in a 36 to 27 vote passed Senate Bill S6486D, which puts a moratorium on a new proof of work carbon-based crypto mining operation. Proof of work is a mechanism for the verification of a new blocks on a blockchain. A new block is created by a computer solving complex mathematical problems. So only time can tell what's going to happen in regards to this. And just to give you guys a quick idea, is this article is from 2020. New York power plant is mining 50K worth of Bitcoin a day. Of course, that was 2 years ago, so the price has changed dramatically. But this is a picture in New York mining Bitcoin. So do consider that mining Bitcoin in New York is a big deal, right? You see all this. If you Google New York Bitcoin mining facility, we're not just talking about New York City here, we're talking about the entire New York. So that is pretty huge. Now, I can't validate how many of these are in New York, but this one, like in the Niagara Falls, obviously Niagara Falls generates a lot of energy there. Niagara Falls on the New York side is definitely housing Bitcoin miners. Hey guys, before we head out of here, I'm going to be picking another XCH winner right here on this video. Accurate Chia price prediction. We have 107 comments, 2,268 views. Love it. Go to TubeBuddy, pick a winner, choose from all comments, and we have Science Guy. I love your enthusiasm about Chia. It gives me hope. I love the idea of multi-$1,000 Chia. Awesome. Hit me up on the Discord. Guys, please remember to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye.